If you are currently doubting about yourself, if you have done something unusual out of your comfort zone and you have come for a certain distance far from your comfort zone, just remember that if you feel like you are doubting yourself, it means that you have come far and you actually have achieved. You getting started with your project or whatever it is, that is the thing that you really want to do. That is one achievement that you should be looking back and be so proud of yourself from starting that. You are amazing to have the bravery, the courage to start what most people are not courageous enough to do. Be grateful for yourself. Think back to the time before you even start all this. Think back to the time when you are being hesitate whether to start doing it or to just stay in your comfort zone. Now you have come far from that point. It is very normal. It is even expected. You are expected to doubt yourself along the way if you are born to be something or someone special. You are going to doubt yourself for sure. And if you are arrived at the point where the self-doubt has arisen, it just means that you have come far. You have come far from your old pattern and now you are in the liminal space, the lobby, the waiting zone. You are in between two destinations, two thresholds. You just leave your old self and you are walking towards your new life, your new self, your new patterns. You are in the in-between space. This in-between space is the space that is scary. It is scary because of the uncertainty. You might full of fear, and that's normal. You just have to acknowledge that you are currently fearful because of the uncertainty. You doubt yourself because you might expect some immediate result after you leave your comfort zone, because there is a lot of risks you have taken and you might think that you cannot take any more risk. But in reality, you have received a lot from taking those risks. It is not to be labeled risks even. It is just a journey a learning curve. You are learning something new. You knew by heart what you have to do and what you have to continue doing. You know in your heart you have to keep going. You know by heart you have to keep going. But your fear whether you has enough courage, enough self-discipline to be able to go on without the result. You have everything you want inside of you, but the external reflects the internal. You have the courage within you. You are courageous. You are so brave. Feel how brave you are. Seize the evidence by looking back at the time when you first start all this adventurous journey. Compare then to now. You have excelled a lot of skills you have never knew before that you gonna have to excel it. You have learned something that you never knew exists. You have experienced and learned by those experiences. You stop consuming and you start creating, and when you're creating there's a lot that you learn from that. Now that you recognize how far you have come, let yourself being thankful, being grateful for yourself. Feel the joy. Feel the gratefulness through your body. It's loving and warm. You feel completed. You are complete, even though you are in the middle of a journey. You are complete. You are exactly where you need to be. Your mind might trick you to think that this in-between place, means that you have not achieved anything when you have not reached the goal you are expected to reach. But in reality, in the true reality, you are perfect as you are. Let that word sink in your body. You are now perfect as you are now. It is now perfect. When you think that there's a long way to go, that is in the future, and the place where you are now is just the place to prepare you for all the success that you want. It will arrive. You know by heart you can do it. You know you had it in you. Don't forget about that. You just need to keep going. Because sometimes when the success comes fast, it leads to more suffering because you are not ready for it. Remember when the time that you get exactly what you think you want, And then after that, things just collapse because you are not ready for it. There's several times that that's happened to you, but there is this time when success comes slow for you, but you are being as well prepared as you can ever be. You just need to trust yourself. When you doubt yourself on the inside, the external just reflects you. Your relative might ask you what you are doing. Someone might give you a doubt, skeptical tone, but that is because you are doubting yourself. So you just mirrors that into the external, the reality. That doubtful people comes from you. So when you stop doubting yourself and just sit and continue the work and consider the work as the end itself, when you sit and you work on the things you love, that is when you accomplish. It's not when you expect to achieve any kind of goals, but when you just sit and do the work, that is your goal. That is when you are successful. You just have to do it. There is no time than the present moment. If in the present you are doing something good for yourself, you're working on something, or even when you are resting, you are already successful. Let that sink in you. Feel grateful for yourself. Don't forget that you are amazing and you have come so far from the beginning. Can you remember? Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Now that you understand the in-between space that you are in, which is totally normal. Now that you understand this concept, I want you to let it sink in your body and truly understand that you are complete. You might still feel the stress, the tension within your body. Don't try to remove it from you. Don't try to force yourself to feel good. Sit and work with whatever you are right now. It's perfect. Even if you are stressful right now, it's perfect. Just observe it from the safe distance. Imagine that you have an inner eyes looking at your stress inside of your throat. Don't try to force it to go away. Embrace it. Embody it. You can embody your stress by storing it. Transform it into an energy and helps drives you to the action. By transforming it, you just see it differently. Instead of calling it stress, you can call it a feel that fuel your passion. Recognize the stress as a fuel to your engine. Whenever you feel stress, just remind yourself that you are being energetic, you are being active. That's what it is. Stress is good if you see it as good. Stress can harm you, of course, if you see it as stress. You might have to move your body in order to embody the stress. But you also must have ability to relax. You have to practice being relaxed. Relax your heart. If you need some rest, just rest. You deserve a rest. Resting is far important than what you think. To be constantly productive will lead to burnout. But to be productive and rest sometimes will lead you to a sustainable success. And just remember, when you arrive at the point when you get everything you want, you just gotta want more. You will want something more. That's just how it works. That's just how it works in this non-duality world. Just accept that you are going to want more, and that's okay. It's a journey. Just don't forget to remind yourself that you are enough, complete, and you are whole as you are during the journey. Anything that you want will arrive soon. It actually has already arrived. It is within you. You just need to align with it with your actions, your thoughts, and your words. It's already here because your internal is what reflects the external. So when you understand that everything comes from you, of course success also comes from you. You can be anything you want, but you have to remove all the limiting beliefs that you have been trained and taught by your ancestor, which living in a different context than you. They just understand the world in that context. And at that time, our evolution has not come this far. But you are different because you have evolved some distance far from them. You need to understand that you are going to be different. You are destined to be different. Just relax and go with the flow. Whatever you want to do, just do it. And if you do whatever you want, at the time that you are doing it, that is when you are successful. Be joyous by that. You are being prepared for the great success that even you cannot imagine. Your higher self knows best. Thank you for being here and doing this. Stay present.